Africa's insufficient efforts to block cybercrime means fraudsters can operate without fear of being fished out and paying the penalties. Now, as a result, the continent is seeing a rise in cybercrime threats. Law enforcement officials from 27 Interpol countries have recently joined forces in the African Cyber Surge operation to counter cybercrime across the continent. Moses Imendi has the details in this report.
Africa's insufficient efforts to block cybercrime means fraudsters can operate without fear of being fished out and paying the penalties. As a result, the continent is seeing a rise in cybercrime threats. Cyber attacks are becoming a much greater threat to the region as the internet traffic expands. But in an effort to mitigate the threat, Interpol led a joint action against cybercrime from July to November 2022 across the African continent. Officers were tasked to detect, investigate, and disrupt cybercrime through coordinated law enforcement activities, utilizing Interpol platforms, tools, and channels in close cooperation with Afripol. Cybercrimes affect all countries, but weak networks and security makes countries in Africa particularly vulnerable. The operation, coordinated from an Interpol command center in Kigali, Rwanda, therefore focused on removing the enablers of cybercrime. Interpol reports that 11 individuals were arrested, with one suspect linked to the abuse of children and 10 others linked to scam and fraud activities worth $800,000, which had an impact on victims globally, while authorities in Eritrea took down a darknet market that was selling hacking tools and cybercrime as a service component. The investigation, shaped by intelligence provided by Interpol's private sector partners, including British Telecom, Cyber Defense Institute, Fortinet's FortiGuard Labs, and others, resolved multiple cryptocurrency scam cases in Cameroon, including one with an estimated financial impact upon the victims of more than 8 million CFA. Tanzania was also able to recover more than $150,000 of victims' money from data infringement and copyright cases. The Interpol report identifies the most prominent threat in Africa emanate from online scams, digital extortion, business email compromise, ransomware, and botnets. As African countries move to incorporate digital infrastructure into all aspects of society, including government, banking, business, and critical infrastructure, it is critical to put a robust cybersecurity framework into place, as well as cybersecurity policies and standards. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Moses Imendi.